Well, hello everyone, and thank you for joining me. I'm Jill Bloom, Group Publisher of Walls and Ceilings, and welcome to a special episode of If Walls Could Talk. It's always so much fun to have Thea Dudley, our credit overlord, who's the CEO of Pocket Protectors. Thea, thank you so much for joining me.
Jill, as always, thank you for having me. It's always fun to hang out with you.
Well, it sure sounds like you've had an interesting week with some phone calls on the credit side of things, Thea. But what I'm really excited about in regards to today's conversation is, in fact, you and I, Thea, we've been working on this for a while. And in regards to, there's just some funny things that always come up that people ask you or people say to you when you're trying to collect money. And we got a fun list here. And I'm excited to go through it with you, Thea.
Well, let's get started because this is some pretty standard stock and trade for anybody that collects money.
Yes, this is going to be fun. All right, so here's how to handle common payment pushbacks. I'm going to say what the customer says to you, and then Thea, you're going to say, in some cases, you might want to share what really goes through your mind, and then you'll probably also share what you probably should say instead. But here we go. Okay, well, Thea, come on, haven't I always paid you?
Oh, yeah, I love this one. Haven't I always paid you? It's like, yeah, I didn't agree to carry you for the entire year. So, in my head, it's like, yeah, but I'm still on the phone with you. Haven't I always paid you? It's not an open ended thing. So, you know what? There are so many things I'd like to say, and they're all snarky and they're all mean. How you can actually do some good pushback on it is, I know that you've always paid us. However, we're seeing it go out further and further. Is there something going on in your company? Why are we seeing these invoices being paid later than they are? Try to get them talking about it and find out what's driving it. Because haven't I always paid you is the equivalent of not now, go away.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's got to be always fun to hear that one. As you said here in your notes here, it's the cousin of I always pay my bill.
Yeah, or that kind of goes with my word is my bond. It's like, look, I don't care whatever little pithy thing you're going to come up with today. I'm calling you because you haven't paid me. So, haven't I always paid? Turning around as a question where haven't I always paid you? I've always paid my bill. I don't skip out. It's like, yeah, but I didn't agree to a long term, like carry you forever. We are a very short term loan. It is
All
like
right.
30 days. Beat it.
All right. Here's the second one. I have done business with your company since before you worked here, and no one has ever put me on hold or treated me this way. What do you
Oh,
say?
well, you know what? I apologize. I am so sorry. That is a total misstep on our company's part. We're going to try to do better. We've trained you to pay us late, and we need to rectify that. So let's start. I'm not asking you to go from 55 days to 30, but how about we start scrolling that back in? So let's go ahead and we're going to put you on hold until we can get this worked out and get this a little further in. So, how much money can you give me today?
Okay. I love it. That's awesome. Great response, Thea, as always. Okay, number three. My sales rep told me it was okay if I was late.
Oh, I love my sales guys. It's like, oh, honey, he misspoke. And the whole time in my head, I'm thinking, I'm gonna beat this guy. So, how I've come back with that in the past is, it's like, well, I'm not sure what transpired between you two. However, he has not conveyed that to me. So I'm gonna put your account on hold until we go ahead and let me get with him. But I'm not aware of our change in terms. So we're gonna have to just so if you want this order today or a crew to show up today, we're going to need to at least get some money on the table right now. And we'll take that up with the salesman later. And then I call my salesman and ask him very politely and very calmly, I'm sure, hey, honey, what'd you do here? And then we kind of go from there. And then the conversation goes a little bit different depending on what they say.
I love how you say everything with a smile, Thea. Okay, here we go. Number four. I've been in the hospital. Somebody in my family's been in the hospital. There's that one. That's a tough one. That's emotional. Like what? I mean, and I'm sure in some cases it's true. Some cases maybe it's not. But goodness gracious, how do you handle that one? Because that one's hard, especially if you're close. You've got a close personal relationship with this person.
That is a tough one. The challenge for people that collect money for credit managers is that we hear it so often that anymore it's like, yeah, okay, well, that's a you problem, not a me problem, which makes me sound like Attila the Hun. I mean, I get that it makes you sound so insensitive. We just hear it a lot. So it's almost like someone peels out if they throw out the in the hospital card that it's a oh gosh, I feel so bad. You take care of your family, don't worry about it. And it's a little bit of a byproduct of COVID, because during COVID we were all, hey, we're all in this together. And no, we're not. You need to handle your business. And I noticed your phone still works. So you're pay, even though somebody at your company or your family is, or maybe you are having an issue, somebody in your company is keeping the lights on, keeping your employees paid, and keeping your cell phone to where I can get a hold of you. So, while I am empathetic, what's our plan?
Got it. Yeah.
What's your plan? Yes, you come
You
across
still have to
very
have a plan.
insensitive.
Right. No, for sure. You still have to have a plan. Okay. Number 5. Thea, I haven't been paid yet. You'll get your money when I get my money.
Yeah, you need to go find some financing there, my guy. That is not a me problem. And that's in my head. What actually comes out of my mouth is, I totally understand that. That was not our agreement. We're not a pay if paid or pay when paid. What's the projection for this? And, it tells me how much, it also kind of helps me out because I know now how much money you have, that you are what we call a briefcase builder. Everything you own's in that briefcase. You don't have any financing. You're very much cash flowing, and that flow is a trickle right now. So I already know I'm not going to let you continue to get in deeper, and I'm going to start pulling that credit line back if you still have one. So, I may have to put up with that, but that's another byproduct of something we're going to get to in a little bit. So I'm going to table the second part answer to that. So let's just continue through that list.
Okay. All right. Number 6. The job has had some issues that are holding up the payment. I can't give you any money.
Yeah. So let me just, sorry to hear that. Let me just ask, is anything to do with our product or our portion of the work, whichever we were supplying, are we part of that? Well, and 9 times out of 10, it's nope. Okay, then, I'm going to need you to go ahead and pay us. I know the might have some problems right now. Your job might have hit a snag, but what does that do to us? You still need to dip into reserves and pay us. And that we'll get to, again, all roads lead to the mechanics lien. So we're going to address that here in a
Okay.
minute.
Can't wait. All right. Number 7. The blends. Here we go. The job has hit some issues. I haven't been paid yet, and the customer's spouse is in the hospital battling cancer, so I cannot finish the job. Ugh, another like pulling your heartstrings.
No, it's not, Jill. No, this is why
No.
you don't collect money for a living.
Right?
It's like,
Oh gosh, I can tell.
no,
Oh,
you'd be, no. It's one thing when you have one issue, but we call this the pile on. It's a blend. It's a pile on. It's I don't have the money. The job has hit a snag. The owners in the hospital or the wife's in the hospital. I'm not going to call them and ask them for payment. It's like, yeah, honey, this didn't just happen to you. I'm not calling threatening to put a lien on your property or cut you off or any of those things because you were one day past due and I burnt my toast this morning. I'm having a crap day and I want to share it with everybody. We're in this situation because you are grossly past due and this is where we are. So you've mismanaged. So usually my answer is, gosh, I'm really empathetic. I'm really sorry to hear that. However, what's our plan for moving forward? Because I'm on a TikTok,
yeah.
I'm on a time limit here.
Yeah, I like that. What's the plan moving forward? That's great especially when it's emotional. But I'm sure if to you it's the equivalent of I got a hangnail.
Yeah. Well,
Right?
sadly, yes. And it's not that I'm not sympathetic to people and that things don't come up. It's in this role, you hear those things so many times that eventually you're like, Jesus, is the whole state of Texas in the hospital?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like the boy that cried wolf, right? Okay, here
Yeah.
we go. Number 8. I have a lot of people that owe me, but they haven't paid me yet. So I'm hoping that money shows up soon.
Yeah, buddy, I feel ya because I got a lot of people that owe me too, and we're sitting in that little leaky boat together. So awesome. I've actually said that to a couple customers where it's, hey, I totally understand where you're coming from. We're in that same boat, which is why I'm on the phone with you. So, we have bills too. What's the plan for getting us paid? Because right now, what I hear is hope is a credit tool for you. You're hoping that that check shows up every day so that you can pay people like me. And I know I'm not the only one you owe. So the chances that you're going to pay me in full is kind of a pipe dream. It's not anything that's really going to happen. So I already know what this looks like when you're looking in that situation. Hey, I want to help you out. We report our credit data, our AR to the credit bureaus. So I'm trying to help you out and let you know that, listen, I don't want this. You've been such a good customer. I don't want this to reflect negatively on your credit report because banks, government entities, insurance, your bonding companies all pull like a DNB or an Experian. So we want to help you with that. So I'm just trying to get this. What can you do for me today? Let's get a little bit of money in here because you're still paying some bills. Your phone is on, you've
Yeah.
got lights, you've got employees. So somebody somewhere is getting paid. I'm just not a priority because you think I'm an interest-free loan.
So what's the plan?
So what's the plan? 'Cause
I think
if
that
you
might be
don't
the
want to share
thread.
a plan,
The theme
do you have
thread. See, I'm getting better, Thea. Even by the time we get to these 10 things, your top 10 here, I might be a good credit manager.
yeah,
All right.
my feeling is that you're not as soft to touch as you want everyone to think. I think you'd be right there with me gutting somebody for your cash.
Okay. All right, here we go. We got 2 more to go. Number 9.
Okay.
Stop contacting my customer. This is my bill.
Okay, this usually is in response to filing a mechanics lien. So, most credit managers in many states, you have to do either a notice of intent or a preliminary lien notice. So that goes out to whoever your customer is. That's the contractor, the owner, whoever is the bank lender. So it goes to a bunch of people up the list from you. I didn't create the lien laws. It's unfortunate that we do have to tell the owner we're about to put a lien on. It's, common
Mm,
courtesy. I'd want someone to give me the
right.
opportunity to not bury myself. If you don't like the lien laws in your state, I understand. Contact your state legislatures. I'm just following the laws. So I've had that where, in fact, this happened this week. Stop contacting my customers. It's like, honey, you're giving me no choice. I'm just following state statute. My job is to protect our company's money. So I'm not going to lose lien rights. I'm going to protect those.
Okay, good response. All right, here we go. Number 10. So, Thea, my account is on hold until does my sales rep know this? Or B, I am going to have to go to your competitor. Once I go there, I am not coming back.
So here's what I hear. You have this whole conversation, and the customer goes, so am I on hold? Does my sales rep know? It's like, yeah, yes, you're on hold. Probably, but might be in denial. And let me drive you to our competitor. And here's a tip. They want to get paid too. So eventually you're going to do them the way you did me, and you absolutely will be coming back. And that's all going on in my head. What's coming out of my mouth is, I'm sure, we keep our salesmen in the loop. They get a report every week, blah, blah, blah. It's unfortunate. We don't want to lose you to our competitor, but you got to do what's right for your company. Do I need to make a phone call over there? Because I know Susie over there and I'll let her know you're coming. I'll even give her a reference for you if you need it. I know that's the
Oh,
snarky side. Depending on a lot of times how the conversation goes with a customer depends on their attitude towards me. If
sure.
you're going to threaten me with my competitor, it's like most of us know our competitors and we have a friendly relationship because I don't want anybody to get burnt.
Yeah.
I like healthy competition. If I lose a sale to you and I lose it, in the spirit of competition, that's fine. But I don't want to send some deadbeat over to you. Now, sometimes I'm like, I just want to get rid of him so that he can get enough jobs to pay me. I don't care how it rolls out. But I have to face these people at credit meetings and things. You try to support each other where you can. It's like Honey, everybody, you think your business is private, but everybody knows where your dirty underwear are. They absolutely do. And everybody knows who the deadbeats are. And if you don't think we're
Yep.
talking about you, we are.
Oh my gosh, Thea, these conversations are always so, I don't know, they just make me chuckle. So I'm so grateful for what you do and for everything you do for everybody in this industry, because that is truly collections. We're laughing, we're kind of chuckling about it truly, but collections is so important, and you got to have the right people in the right spot. So all these nuggets of information are so helpful. But Thea, if anybody has any questions, how do they get a hold of you?
Well, just reach out to my website, www.pocketprotectorsllc.com, or you can reach me at thea@creditoverlord.com, and I'll be happy to help you out.
Sounds great. And if anybody has any questions for us, it's roofingcontractor.com, wconline.com, or roofingsupplypro.com. And while you're there, make sure you sign up for all our free content, especially follow us on all of our social media channels. Sign up for our free e-newsletter. It's also free to get our e-mags on the brands that have those. But most importantly, stay safe and healthy, and we can't wait to talk to you soon. Thea, as always, thank you so much.
Oh, thanks, Jill. This was nice therapy for me.
Take care. Have a good day.
Bye.